So we are going to design whatever your version of a bomb ass day is. Did you wake up with your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, your multiple boyfriends? Like who did you wake up with? Do you ever see those older people who just look like they hate everything about their lives? Yeah, I don't want to be one of those older people. So today I'm going to talk to you about how exactly I take that intentional approach to designing a life that I love so that you too can create a life that you are excited about, that you are thrilled to wake up in every day and feel like, even if everything is not as put together as you want it to be or as perfect as you want it to be, that it is a life that is true to you and the things that you love and the things that you want to accomplish. So today we are going to design that life. Basically, what you're going to do is lay out an incredible day for you in excruciating detail. The one thing I want you to promise me, promise me that you will do during this exercise is to consider what you actually consider to be your bomb ass day. If you really don't like to or want to travel that much, don't say you want a job that allows you to travel the world just because, it looks cool on Instagram and Snapchat and social media. If you don't want kids, don't say you imagine waking up and fixing your kids breakfast. If you don't want to get married, don't put a partner in this day. Like, don't allow external influences is what I'm trying to say. Don't allow external influences to craft what this day is. This is supposed to be your bomb ass day. So what you want to wake up and do every day is not necessarily the same as what I want to wake up and do every day. So promise me that you will keep that in mind when you are answering these questions. Okay, so to create your bomb ass day, basically what you're going to do is ask yourself a series of questions about this day. And these questions are going to help you think about all the details that make this day so amazing. Where and when are you waking up? Are you in a resort on the beach? Are you in a tiny home somewhere in rural Arkansas? Are you in your family home with like your mother and your father and your siblings? Are you waking up at 5 a.m., at 7 a.m., at 9 a.m.? Are you setting your alarm clock at all? Or are you waking up whenever you feel like it? Okay, think about when you are waking up and where you are waking up. Okay, so the next thing after you wake up, right? Who are you with? Did you wake up with your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, your multiple boyfriends, like your kids? Who did you wake up with? When you wake up, what do you do? What is your morning routine like? Are you getting ready for work? Are you reading the newspaper? Are you going for a run or going to the gym to work out? When you go to the gym to work out, are you going to the gym in your condo or are you driving to a gym farther away? Or are you running in your neighborhood outside? What is your morning routine like? Are you listening to a podcast, reading a book? Are you cooking breakfast or do you have a live-in chef who is, or maybe not live-in chef, but do you have a chef who is cooking breakfast for you? Is your spouse cooking breakfast for you? Are you ordering in? The next big chunk of most people's days is dedicated to work. What type of work are you doing if you are working at all? Maybe you're not working at all. If you aren't, then you got a whole lot more day left to fill. If you are working, what type of work are you doing? How long are you working? Are you working for yourself or someone else? Do you have to commute to work or are you working from home? Are you location independent? What type of work are you doing? Is this something that you have a degree or certifications in? Is this something that is a passion of yours that you have built into a career for yourself? Do you have coworkers? Are you a manager, a director, or do you just clock in and clock out? Are you an hourly employee? Are you a salaried employee? What time of day are you working? Maybe you're a night owl and you prefer to work in the evening. Maybe you have a job that's flexible. You can determine your own hours. Maybe you can do a little bit in the office or do a little bit at home. What are you doing after work? What are you doing on your breaks, on your lunch breaks? Are you operating a side hustle? Are you checking in on family? Are you going in for a walk? Are you doing happy hours with your coworkers or with your friends? Let's go back to just lifestyle. Where are you living? Are you living in a city, in the suburbs, in a beach town, in the mountains? Are you living in the US or abroad? Are you traveling for work or just traveling for pleasure? You have a lot of friends who live in other countries who you visit often. What type of home are you living in? Is it an apartment? Is it a shared space? Is it a single family home? Do you own other properties? Who are you spending your time with? Are you spending more time with your family or with your friends, with your coworkers? Are you spending a lot of time alone and reflecting? When you are alone, what kinds of things are you doing? Are you journaling, watching TV? Are you cooking? Are you learning a new skill? I know I'm asking a lot of questions here. But this is the point of the exercise, to continue to ask yourself questions so that you can lay out this ideal life in as much and as excruciating of a level of detail as you possibly can, because this is how you determine what your bomb ass day looks like. And you need to have a clear picture of what that day looks like so that you can then go to the next step, which is working backwards to figure out what you need to do in your life today in order to create that bomb ass day in the future. This is not a process that is new. This is not some groundbreaking exercise, and sometimes it's not as step by step as it sounds right now. But if you have felt like you were having some trouble being able to do this on your own, this is a very intentional way to go about thinking about what you want your dream, your ideal day to look like, so that you can lay it out and then figure out what steps you can take right now in order to make that day come to fruition in the future. If you are a journaler, you like to write things down, this would be a great little journaling exercise. Or even if you like to talk things out, you can record like a voice memo of you just talking through some of the answers to these questions, whatever's the best option for you. And I would love to know what your bomb ass day looks like. So how about in the comments, just let me know like what the morning of your bomb ass day looks like. Tell me about your morning. What are you doing? Who are you with? I'll see y'all next time.